Welcome to another tutorial of DinePlan. This tutorial, we're going to look out what is an entity type, what are entities, how to create an entity type, how to create an entity, how to import a data into entities. Let's get it started. What is an entity type? An entity type is nothing but a blueprint of an entity, which means, let's say a customer. A customer is nothing but an entity type. A specific person of the customer, let's say Alex, is an entity. So in general, you have to create a blueprint first, then create an entity. You will understand it better. So there's a thing called entity and entity type. Let's say these are all entities, entity type basically in DinePlan. A customer is an entity type, table is an entity type, deliver is an entity type. If you want to add more entity type like a supplier, you can add it. If you want to add a locations, you can add it. An entity type will have a custom field, customer name, address, region, birthday, and so on and so forth. And you have a primary key field also as phone. Whenever you create an object for an entity type, it's become an entity. For example, let's say entities. These are all default entities we have at deliverer. These are the table number we have it. If you want to add one more entity type of customer, just click add entity, customers. You can add a respective field, automatically loads up. If you choose a deliverer, it automatically loads a number, address, whatever it is. If you're choosing a table, it automatically asks you what is the name of the table. This is how you have to create an entity. It's a very tedious process to do one by one. For example, when customers moving from another system to a DinePlan, they eventually wanted to load the customer data, existing customer data. Let's see how to do that. Go to setup, and you can see there is something like an import entity type. Just choose. Okay, I'm going to import a customer data. Each entity type have a different fields. To import a different entity type into our system, in our case, it's a customer. Customer have a different field. For example, it has a name, address, and a locations. We need a template for it. So in order to retrieve a template, you have to choose an entity type, because each entity type will have its own set of fields. To import into it, a DinePlan provides a template. You have to fill the data inside a template, then import it back to a system. To get a template for it, just choose entity type, click template. It asks you a location where you want to store the template. Just click save for it. It will get saved. A template is nothing but a field, all the fields of the particular entity type. In our customer details, if you go to our customer, you can see that customer has an entity type which has these fields: customer name, address, and customer region. That's what it is depicted in the Excel file. Let me show you how to import it. In my system, I already have a complete customer data from the existing system. This is what it is, the complete customer data. Let's get it imported. Before you importing it, make sure this particular file is getting closed. Just open that, and you have to choose an entity type and import file. In our case, it's a customer. Just choose it. Click import data. Once it's successfully imported, you'll be able to see this message, import. To verify that whether it's properly imported, let's restart a DinePlan and you'll see how it works. There we go. Go to delivery. Just click customer. I'm just searching it on. Yes. Here all the customer data started with H. Successfully imported into our system. Let's meet in another tutorial.